Passively investing in real estate is mostly passive, but you do need to do some upfront work to make sure that a particular offering aligns with your investment goals. And the best way to do that is to ask the sponsor a whole bunch of questions before you transfer your funds. When I'm considering investing in something, I ask questions about the sponsor, the property manager. I ask about the property and the surrounding market. I will also ask about the business plan and their financial projections along with the construction plan. And then finally, I will ask about the loan and financing and the legal documents. And to help me do that, I curated 194 questions based on my own experience and other experts. And I know it's a lot, but that's because I like the details and I like to ask all sorts of questions and really get into the nitty-gritty meat of it all. And if you're that same way, you can download all of my 194 questions by checking out the link in the description. But for now, what I would like to do is focus on the top 3 questions that you should ask about the property manager. If all you do is ask these 3 questions, you will already be making wiser investment decisions. I'm James Furlo, providing strategies and tools for real estate investors to maximize their long-term cash flow while minimizing headaches. Thanks for watching. Question number 1. If the current property manager is staying in place, does the sponsor expect to get an increased performance from that existing property management company? And if so, how are they pulling that off? The reason why this question is important is because chances are the current PM is part of the reason why the property is underperforming and why the current sponsor is interested in buying it. So if they're keeping him on board, you kind of gotta know why. Now, there are definitely valid answers that they might have. For example, maybe the current owners only meet with the property manager every once in a while, like once a quarter, and the property manager's kind of got it on autopilot. They're not really focusing on this particular property. And the sponsor is going to come in and say, hey, we're going to meet with them weekly at first, and then every other week, and then maybe we'll transition to monthly. But the important part is we're going to be involved. We're going to help set the direction. We're going to help make sure that this property stays on the front burner of the property manager. That's a great answer. And so hopefully that's what they'll tell you if they're choosing to stick with the current one. Question number 2. What other assets does the property manager have in the area and how are they performing? This is very similar to asking the sponsor about their track record, because past performance is going to be pretty indicative of future performance. So if the property manager has a whole bunch of assets in the area of a similar type, you can feel pretty good that they know what they're doing. They've got a good beat on what the market is. They got a good beat on the types of repairs and just the systems they'll have to have in place to do it. If they don't, like for example, they only work with small single family homes, and now we're saying, hey, I want you to take over this larger apartment building, they may struggle, potentially. And so this is just one of those checks that you want to have to make sure that the property manager in place has the skills and experience to do a good job managing the property. And question number 3, how many people are on the property manager's staff? This may not seem like a super important question on the surface, but my experience has been when you have a property manager who's smaller, say like a solo person, when something comes up, it totally takes their attention over to that thing and nothing else happens, which is probably the appropriate thing to do to handle that other thing that's going on. But the rest of the stuff also needs to be taken care of. And so it just kind of speaks to the resiliency of that property management company. And so you, as the investor looking to invest in this, just want to make sure that the person or the company that's overseeing the asset has enough support to make sure that it doesn't fall onto the wayside. So there you go. Those are 3 simple questions that help you get past that initial sales pitch on a deal and help you understand just a little bit deeper about how the mechanics of actually making the property better are going to work. So it's super important to ask about the property manager. And if I'm honest, rarely anybody ever does. They just assume, oh, it's taken care of. And so you will really set yourself apart in terms of better understanding the deal with these 3 questions than most other investors who are out there. And as you might imagine, there are a whole lot more questions that you could ask. And so if you want access to all of my 194 questions so you can pick and choose the ones that are just really important to you, check out the link below and you can have them all. And finally, if you found this video helpful, please like it. And if you want more strategies and tools to maximize your long-term cash flow while minimizing headaches, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.